Hello everyone, this is Video Reborn. Today I'm going to introduce you the Belkin QODE Ultimate Pro Keyboard Case. And this is a review of the Gold Edition. It says it's limited edition with a backlight keyboard. And this is for iPad Air 2. Notice that there's a difference between the iPad Air and iPad Air 2. The case, although it's almost fit, but the camera location and the dual microphone location are slightly different, and that's why you have to make sure that you are buying the iPad Air 2. Alright? Okay, now let's do the review and the unboxing of the Gold Edition. And first of all, you can see that this case is slightly different from the other Belkin Ultimate QODE keyboard case that I will also do the comparison in this video. And you can see that this keyboard is able to do portrait mode and landscape mode, as well as you can take the entire tablet with you without the keyboard. Okay, now let's do the unboxing. First, you get this really nice, beautiful champagne gold keyboard. But one thing I have to tell you, I do not have the iPhone 6 Gold version right beside me, because I'm using that to capture this video. But I just want to know that the gold of this keyboard, it's a little bit oranges compared to the iPad Air 2 Gold version. So just to let you know, it's not exactly the same color as the Apple. Okay? Now, you can see that this keyboard is really beautiful with the packaging. It's really simple, and you can also go to your local Best Buy to take a look physically, because it uses a magnet to open up the case, so you can actually put your own iPad Air 2 into this case to see if it fits well for you. And you can also see that there's the micro USB cable, white color. All right. Now let's take a look at this. So the weight of this, it's pretty light, and I do have the iPad Air 2 LTE edition, so this is slightly lighter. I would say it's lighter than the iPad Air 2, but I'm not too sure about the iPad Air 2 non-LTE edition. Okay, so you can see that this is a really beautiful aluminum finish. Okay, and you can see that there's the underneath here, you will see the interesting design that it's actually the lightning cable connection. But where's the speaker? You notice that the iPad Air has a speaker underneath, right? I'll let you know, it's interesting once I apply the iPad on it. And the headphone jack, the power button, and then the dual microphone here and over here, as well as the camera and the volume rocker. And let's open this. So once you open it, you will see this beautiful QWERTY keyboard design. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now, this is really important in terms of productivity. It depends on your profession. If you are a writer, then certain keyboard, for example, the period and the comma, it's pretty standard. And I have a Logitech keyboard K810 with me. All right, K810. And this is, you can see that it's slightly larger, and both of them are backlight. Okay, this has the automatic backlight, and this one does not, and you have to turn it on manually by using a function and then the 5. It doesn't have any function key over here, so you might not be able to pair with the Apple computer or a Windows computer and do a fully loaded type of job. But we'll see. I haven't tried to connect to Windows yet, so I don't know. You can try. Okay, and you can see the size here, right? So it's a little bit cramped compared to the keyboard I've been using, and I noticed that the Logitech also supports 3 USB, Bluetooth while the Belkin supports 2 Bluetooth devices. As you can see over here at the top right corner, Bluetooth 1, Bluetooth 2, as well as all these auxiliary or optional features. And you can see play, pause, forward, backward, the backlight of the keyboard, and then the iPad keyboard invocation, and then screenshot, multitasking, shortcut key, the search button, the home button or the lock button, and then the voice control. Okay, this is really convenient, especially with the iOS 9, where your device is connected to a power supply, and you can just simply talk to the iPad, say, "Hey Siri," and then it will automatically respond without any press of the button as well. But and also this button, it's also able to immediately, without asking a Siri, say, "Hey Siri," every single time. You just press this button and say, "Open Skype." Okay, I'll demonstrate that to you later. And then there's the browser button, but this button and the voice button is pretty much similar from what I've tested. And you can get the standard semicolon key right next to the L, and then comma, and then apostrophe. It's just like the regular Logitech standard keyboard. Okay, you get all these pretty much standard layout. Now, why am I talking about the standard layout? It's really important because the other Belkin QODE Ultimate Keyboard has a weird layout, and I'll show the difference to you. Okay, in the meantime, let's focus back on the Ultimate Pro keyboard. And one cool thing about the Bluetooth keyboard, most of the ones on the market, they are limited to landscape mode, but this guy here, it's really cool. Besides, when you purchase this keyboard case, you actually get 2 pieces, and with this magnet strip right over here and the case right over here. Okay, once it is connected, a single snap, then it's really sturdy. I would say I'm not connected correctly. So now it is connected. So I'm dangling right now. I'm dangling without holding anything, and it's still really sturdy. Okay, that's the beauty of the magnet. So you can do it landscape, you can do it portrait mode. Now this is the most beautiful design I've ever seen on any Bluetooth cases. As you can see, the slanted angle, it's also really compatible. And you can do 2 degrees. There's also a magnet down there. And these 2 magnets over here, it's actually activating the Bluetooth switch. So you can see that the Bluetooth light will be turned on when you connect either portrait or landscape. Now let's do the portrait mode first, because it requires the iPad to be inserted into this case in order to activate the Bluetooth keyboard switch via the built-in iPad Air 2 magnet, the magnet that used for the smart cover. Okay, now you can see that the light blinks, tries to pair. Okay, pair with the device. Okay, all right. Now, what happens if I do not want to, since it supports 2 Bluetooth devices, right? So, for example, the first one is iPad, the second one is iPhone, okay? So what happens if I do not want to, every time, have this case with me? For example, your iPad is somewhere else, in the car, or in a room, or in your backpack, or somewhere else, okay? Not a problem. This keyboard can be activated and turned on or off via the same mechanisms from the built-in magnet. So you see this magnetic strip. It's connected in between these magnetic strip as well. Okay, so if you want to turn off this keyboard, simply put this magnet snap right in between these two strips, and then you see the Bluetooth light turns off. If you want to turn on the keyboard, simply flip over, and then there's a magnetic strip locks into place where the keyboard automatically turns on. Okay, this is very, very convenient feature. One of the best design I've ever seen on the market. Way better than some of the, for example, like Targus or Logitech. They have really cool stuff, but this is the most convenient and innovative design I've ever seen. Okay, all right, now let's snap the iPad Air 2 into the case. Okay, so as I said, a lot of these Bluetooth keyboard cases for iPad or Android, they're limited to either landscape, or for those that can allow you to do rotation, they are really bulky and they have a rotating mechanism in the middle where you can like simply rotate it, but it's really, really bulky. Okay, and some of them, like for example, let me show you. That's the older iPad 3, where you can also do a portrait mode by a simple folding mechanism. You can do a landscape over here, okay, and then you can do a portrait over here. That's simple as well, right? This is really cool. I love this design. I really do. But if you talk about the Bluetooth keyboard, that thing, the folding mechanism, does not have enough, provide enough weight. Okay? Alright? Although I can do the same thing, okay, I can do the same thing, and with a external Bluetooth keyboard, I can do that too. But, you know, we want to do something better. Now, let's take a look. Now, given the iPad Air 2, notice that it's the cellular edition with this camera and a microphone right next to it. Okay, you can simply insert it into here to the right side of the iPad, and then do a lock at these two corners and snap. That's it. And this design over here is really convenient for those of you who has the iPad smart cover. And for example, if you don't want the keyboard with you that's so hefty all the time, you can also choose the smart cover from Apple. Okay, and simply snap on it. It works perfectly fine. And notice that if you worry about if it's too heavy, no problem. I'm going to do a real test right now. See, it's really, really sturdy that it won't fall. The magnet over here, it's strong enough that it supports both the iPad as well as the case. Okay? Perfect. Okay? Now, let's take a look if we connect to this keyboard. With this smart cover on, you can take it off, or you can do a simple trick like this. Okay? And then connect the back strip to the horizontal strip at the back. But for this demonstration, I will just take this off. I simply snap the back. now there we go. Sorry, it shouldn't be this problematic. It should be really simple. You know, okay, now it turns off the keyboard, and right now, so you have two slanted mode, depends on your viewing angle. All right, and I would tell you that the slanting angle is really good too. I'll compare this one and the other Belkin version, as well as the iPad case. Okay, now once this is connected, right, I've already paired it. You simply press the button, and then I'll just say unlocked it. Now let's just say demonstrate the convenience of the voice control button. Open Pages. So now I'm going to create a new document and blank. Just to do a demonstration, I'll increase the font size to whatever, large. And look at this. This is really comfortable. Okay, now I would say Belkin. Okay, my name, Shinra. Nope. Video Reborn. Yeah. Shinra. It's also my name as well, my nickname. Anyway, I love Final Fantasy. And I'm looking forward for the Final Fantasy VII remake of it. Review of the Belkin Ultimate Pro Keyboard Case Gold Limited Edition. Now, if you are a coder, like I sometimes write codes, you have to do semicolon with your pinky a lot. So I can do this, right? That's no problem, just a regular keyboard. Again, why am I talking about this? Because the other Belkin Ultimate without the Pro has a weird layout. Again, I'll show it to you right next to it. So this is really interesting, extremely useful. Now I would just say open Google Chrome. So it loads Google Chrome, and then I can, for example, you can do coding over here, and you can type a lot of code with a semicolon as well. So yeah, that's about it. Okay. Now, what happens if I want to do it in portrait mode? Simply snap this thing, and then that's it. It's really sturdy. So you see that? I'm just dangling this thing around. It's sturdy. It's not gonna fall. So there you go. You have a portrait mode. Perfect for reading, for example, reading like a textbook or reading anything. Alright? What is programming, for example? Alright? Simple stuffs. But see, you can read the whole text without doing a landscape mode. That's being limited by, for example, the Apple smart cover. Okay? Or your computer. Right? So I really wish my monitor can do rotation, but mine can't. But this one does, so I love this. Love this case. Now, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna show you how to utilize the Bluetooth second button over here. So again, you turn on the Bluetooth case. All right, you see this blue light. So pressing the function button as well as the Bluetooth 2, you'll see a purple light blinking. While you function 1, you see a blue light blinking, or not blink if you're already paired. So purple means you can pair up your smartphones or your computer if you want to. All right. So that's about it. That's the Belkin Ultimate, QODE Ultimate Pro Keyboard Case. Okay, that's the pretty much a simple unboxing review. Except I need to compare with the older version, right? or the other cheaper model. And oh, notice that this case, you notice that there's nothing on the speaker, right? The sound actually directs towards you. You see that there's the canal over here. So it's act as like a sound canal so that the sound will direct to your face, alright? That's really, really convenient. And if you want stereo sound, that's perfect as well. If just do a portrait mode. Okay, alright. Cool. Very cool. Now, let's review the angle. Okay, as I said, that's the angle. I do not have a protractor to measure the slanted height, slanted angle. Oh, sorry, that's the bad demonstration because I didn't secure the strip right here. Yep, and I accidentally pressed the wrong thing. And guess what? I'm gonna compare it to this triangle. So assume that you have the iPad here. I don't have another iPad with me. Not the so you can see that this is not the angle, right? Usually it's this. Let me do it one more time. Okay, that's the angle. So you notice that, okay? Okay, this is the angle. But if I want to connect to here, okay, connect to the Belkin case angle, I just want to measure the angle. Notice that I am a little bit slanted, so it's more comfortable for your eyes or your neck. Okay, all right. See that? It's really hard to show it to you right here. Or I figured out a way. Sorry about this mess. Now this is the best demonstration. You see the gap here? That's the angle difference. That's when your iPad is connected. Okay? Usually you think this is too strict for you. Alright, this angle is too strict for you. Then you can switch. Okay, now let's talk about the other QODE case from Belkin. This, it's also the other QODE Ultimate case. But this is no Pro. Sorry, no Pro. Remember I was talking about the semicolon? It bothers me a lot. And let me just go a quick overview of this other Belkin QODE Ultimate case. As you can see that there are, again, is a pretty similar design as the Pro edition with 3 different magnetic lock and switch for the tablet. So you get 3 different slanted height angles. Okay, all right. Just to let you know that this case is only available to turn on only when your iPad back plate it's connected through the magnetic strip. Otherwise, it won't turn on. Unlike the Pro case where you can just flip the back cover like that and it turns on the case, and it only able to pair up with one device at a time. One device at a time, and does not have any backlight. The Pro, however, has backlight. Remember I talked about it? So simply pressing the function button and the 5, it turns on the backlight. And there's 3 degrees. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, which is the brightest. Okay, all right. And don't worry about the battery; it lasts pretty long. And both cases, I would say, they have also the magnetic strip to cover it so that your keyboard won't be dangling around. So it's very sturdy. It's aluminum. Same thing as the Belkin QODE Ultimate keyboard without the Pro. Same thing. Alright? But this is non-detachable. The backplate is non-detachable and only covers half of your iPad. What do you mean half? I'll take this strip. As you can see, this is empty space. So yeah, it's a really nice piece of cloth here where it protects your back of the iPhone. But guess what? Dust gets in, you put it in here, it scratches your back. Alright, so it's not that good. And let's go over to the keyboard. Notice that if you're familiar with keyboard, you see how weird this is. The semicolon is put to right next to the space bar. There's no escape button, okay? It's an iPad case. This is not good, okay? If I want to type semicolon right next to L, it's impossible. It becomes apostrophe S or apostrophe of something. And if you want to do these less than or greater than sign, it doesn't work as well. I have to go down here and, you know, do some weird adjustment. The Pro case layout has remedied the whole thing. See that? Even though, yes, it has that less than, greater than sign, but you just need to use the shift key. Okay? Function key, you work on something else. You work on, like, for example, the shift, the back quotation mark. Here, if you want to do this bracket, guess what I have to do? I have to press the function button and the less than and greater than sign. It's weird, okay? It's weird. You can't really see clearly, but it's a lighter color, same color as the function. Okay? Alright, so I would not really recommend this one. Not the Pro version. Although it's like $20 difference of MSRP. This thing costs $129.99. Non-Pro version. The Pro version is $149.99. Alright, so it's $20 difference. And notice that the angle, this is the lowest angle, and I would like to show you the angle of the Pro version. It's slanted a bit more. Yeah, you notice that? You see the difference here? The regular the non-Pro version doesn't slant as much. Okay? While the other slants a lot back. And let's try this one. And I believe that, see? Okay. Now, so not the lowest angle, actually there are 2 degrees, right? 2 angles. The not as slanted angle, more straight angle, it's the same as the second one of the non-Pro version, the Pro. You see that? Okay, alright. Now, all you need to do right now is to decide your budget, whether you want a keyboard case or not for your iPad Air 2. Okay, alright. So hopefully this will let you guys have a better selection. And also, you know, I have a couple different Bluetooth keyboards as well. And you know, the Logitech one, and if you already have something good, you know, just get some a really cheap, like $2. It's a Kensington iPad or iPhone or whatever tablet stand. It's a universal one, and it works. Okay, and you can put your, or you can also get some case like this that's foldable and get your own cool Microsoft foldable keyboard that they just released. Okay, and you can just put it on over here, you know, like here, yeah, just like that. So it works, you know. Yep. So there you go. All right. Hopefully you enjoy this video about the QODE Ultimate Pro Keyboard Case review and the comparisons of the other non-pro keyboard. And thanks for watching. This is Video Reborn over and out.